Welcome to Old Folks Racing PC. Welcome to round 9, and what a race we are going to have here. It was worth the wait because we have the Porsche GT1 car in the amazing Imola historic circuit that is Imola with no chicanes. And what an excitement this is for this race here. Round 9, Mark Elder and David Good are on the front row with Jürgen Smets and Head on the second. Brian Stewart and Fred Becker are on the third, followed by Rob Oldham, Roger Seidel, Jorge Luna and Simon Allen completing the top 10 as we have 15 drivers here at Imola for round 9, and Mark Elder is going to go for pole position, and away they go. And it's a pretty tight start, and everyone is very bunched up in the first corner. That is Tamburello. It's a very fast corner, and Mark Elder continues to lead. Look at this, absolutely no runoff area whatsoever, but everyone is very civilized so far. No crashes as they go into the first real breaking point, and how it will be. Oh, there's a big carnage, absolute carnage. And would you believe it, Roger Seidel is in the lead of the race from 8th place start, and what a situation this was. Let's see if we can establish what happened. This is Fred Becker's perspective. He started from 5th, he's side by side with Brian Stewart. Brian is now going ahead. Oh, look at that, a lot of white cars in the same spot, and I wonder if something happened between, well, there's Darren Head ahead of Fred. That is David Good and Brian Stewart, and someone just went off. Oh, that was David Good. Oh, David Good pretty much hit every other driver. Look at that. That was also Roger Seidel making a move on Fred Becker, and little he knew that this was for the lead. This is David Good and Brian Stewart. David is going to go on the outside, just goes into the grass, into Darren Head's path, hits Brian, hits Jürgen, and hits Mark. So pretty much everyone went off as a result, and we have quite a collision here in our hands. Let's look at this from Darren Head's perspective. He's going to go on the outside there. Oh, and he just nowhere to go. Absolutely, he just goes straight. And is he going to park his car? Yes, he's going to park his car, I believe, with Jürgen Smets. And this is Mark Elder's perspective of the whole thing. He's going to get hit. Oh, yes. He got hit by Jürgen Smets, and Jürgen, of course, was also hit by another driver. Now Mark is trying to get into the race. Someone spun in there as well, that other yellow car. We couldn't quite figure out who that was. This is Wayne Lewis's perspective, and look at these cars just flying around all over the place, and Wayne is almost contact, but does a good job there, going into 6th place and recovered a lot of ground. Wayne Lewis started at the back of this race, and he's already up to 6th with now the Piratella, and that was a very optimistic move on BBR Best Behavior, the rookie, that is going to lose a lot of time as a result. And Wayne Lewis a little bit too forceful on the opening lap here. With a lot of drivers have lost time. Let's try to establish. Darren Head is 14th, 15 is Jürgen Smets. They of course were tangled with each other near the spectator area. That Rob Oldham, I believe that he was that other yellow car that was spinning. Now this is Phil in the 3rd spot. This is Woolly Pie on the inside of Luna, and they collide. Collision at Rivata. This is Brian Stewart on Roughneck 1, and this was what's all sorts of action in this race. Absolutely unbelievable. We are still on the first lap, remember, and already quite a lot of look at that was Darren Head now going up a couple of places there. Is in 12th. Now where is Markello? Markello is 6th, so that's the battle for the championship right there. Darren Head now going around who? I believe that's Jürgen Smets. No, this is Rob Oldham, I'm sorry. I apologize, Rob Oldham has lost a position, and a few moments ago this was Fred Becker, who of course is in 2nd place. Now is he going to make a move for the lead here We don't think so. He's too far behind. But is he making a move? No. But he's trying, and he's going to go side by side with race leader Roger Zeidel. Now at Piratella, can he attack Roger? No is the answer. As we are already on the second lap of this race. Now Phil is a very close spectator to this battle, and Simon Allen is up to fourth. We haven't spoken too much about Simon. When Lewis is up to to fifth, I'm sorry. This is Brian Stewart. Oh, Brian is going off again. Oh, thankfully the guardrails kept him in the right direction, but it was a big off for Brian Stewart at Aqua Minerale. As we continue to see the battle for the lead, this is Fred Bakker attacking the lead of Roger Zeidel. Now this is David Good. David was an integral part of the opening lap incident, and now he's in 8th place and attacking Jorge Luna, who of course had that incident on the opening lap as well. Look at this Fred Bakker, he's closer than ever, and will we see a change for the lead here at Imola on this third lap? He certainly seems to be in position, and he's going to go on the inside. No, he's not going to go on the inside, he's going to go on the outside of Tosa. Didn't quite work, but he's definitely putting the pressure in that car. Oh, and now contact, and now they are side by side for the lead in this race. This is lap 3. This is fantastic, as Fred Bakker is going to go on the inside and takes it. Fred Bakker is the new leader, and that was a classic move by Fred Bakker going into the lead of the race. So Roger Zeidel has led the first 2 laps, now lap 3, and it is Fred Bakker that is the new leader. This is Mark Elder. He is in 5th place. He's already passed Wayne Lewis, and he's coming. He's already in the top 5. And look at this, the top 4 are all bunched up. So definitely the race for the win is not over. In this race is absolutely not over at all, as we are on lap 3, and we still look at this. This is Jürgen Smets, who is of course very behind in the leaderboard. He's trying to go around Rob Oldham. That's the battle for 12th place. Rob just shuts the door on him, and ahead of them we've got Roughneck 1 trying to secure that 11th spot that he currently holds. This is a nice battle here, and look at this. This is Jürgen Smets really having no room whatsoever to make a move. Now he's trying to go in the middle of them, but there is absolutely no space whatsoever to do this. This is absolutely brilliant racing, but unfortunately there is going to be no overtake at this point of the race. Now what Jürgen is trying to do, look at this, he was trying to draft from I believe it's Rob Oldham, and the Roughneck one is in there. Now he's going on the inside. Look at this. This is a nice move by Jürgen Smets, and he absolutely has to make it work, and he has made it work, and he's up into 12th place. Oh, Simon Allen. Simon Allen has a problem. He's going down the leaderboard very quickly indeed, and this is probably, oh, this is Luna and David Good. Luna and David Good. Oh, and they avoid contact, but now they scored. Oh, there's Simon Allen there. Simon Allen is pointing in the wrong direction, and we are going to try to find why. This is Mark Elder on Simon, and Simon is trying to, oh, there was just the slightest of contact. I think Mark was trying to give him space. Simon was trying to leave space for Mark, but it's the slightest of contacts that now puts Simon Allen into the wrong direction. And where is he? He's 10th. No, he's not 10th. He's dropping down the order. 11th, 13th. Simon Allen, is he going to go back into last place? Yes, he is going into last place. He's 15th and last as it stands, as we follow Phil in third place, and now moving to Jürgen Smets. Jürgen Smets continues to battle very hard. Ooh, look at this, a lot of debris there on the track, and this is a big battle between Rob Oldham and Jürgen Smets. Jürgen is absolutely going for it. Of course, there is in real life now a chicane in this corner, but look at that. This is just an old-fashioned fast corner, and they go side by side, doing a good job there, keeping away from each other, but Rob Oldham maintains the position at this point. But for how much longer is Rob Oldham going to be able to basically still be ahead of Jürgen Smets. Now they're going to go side by side into Tamborello. That's going to be on the outside, but this is actually a good move because it becomes the inside for the next corner. And here comes Jürgen Smets, and he seems to have got the position. Yes, he's up into 10th place now on lap 5. Now there's going to be 14 laps in this race, and we are not yet at the midway point. Now let's have a look at the situation up front. Mark Elder is up to 4th, and don't count him out yet just for the win, although Fred Bakker is doing a great job. He's led lap 3, 4, and now he's leading lap 5 after Roger Seidel led the opening 2 laps. Phil is now under serious pressure from a recovering Mark Elder, and this is absolutely crucial for the championship as Darren Head continues to be where is Darren Head? He's in 7th, Mark Elder in 4th, so Mark Elder would extend his championship lead after a series of victories by Darren Head. Here he is. Darren Head is trying to go, he's trying to attack Brian Stewart, and the two are very nose to tail as they complete yet another lap. Of course, there was a chicane in this corner, but now there is none, and they go absolutely flat out to Tamborello. And now, can Darren Head make a move on Brian Stewart? I think he can, and he's going to go for it, and now they touch, disaster for, and Darren Head is spun around as he gets the worst, and now what a collision. This is absolutely extraordinary, as this was David Good again. Oh, look at this, he's absolutely nowhere to go as Darren is in the middle of the track. He tried to brake, but absolutely nowhere to go, and Darren Head is not going to be happy about this incident with Brian. I think he's going to feel that Brian could have left a bit more room, but Darren Head, and this is Fred Bakker, the race leader. The race leader is spinning, and here comes Wayne Lewis. Roger Seidel is in the... and Wayne Lewis is going to join the incident as well. Disaster. Extraordinary scenes here at Imola as we see Darren Head and Brian Stewart colliding. Brian could have left more room. Darren could have gotten out of it. And then race leader Fred Bakker, after leading laps 3, 4, and 5, spins on lap 6, and the race leader on lap 6 is going to be again Roger Seidel. They are about to cross the line, but look at the second place battle. This is Phil and Mark Elder. Mark Elder is up into 2nd place, and this is absolutely crucial for the championship. Look at that, Mark Elder. Can they go to run side by side here? They're trying to leave room for one another, Phil and Mark Elder, but I think Mark is still now has a bit of an advantage, and he's going for it, and there you go. Mark Elder into 2nd place, and almost immediately starting to put pressure on race leader Roger Seidel. Now this is crucial for the championship because Darren, after that incident with Brian Stewart, is back in the 11th spot, and Mark Elder, after recovering from that opening lap incident, he is battling for the lead of this race. So absolute turnaround in the championship battle as Mark Elder is now putting enormous pressure on race leader Roger Seidel. Roger has led the first 2 laps. Now he has also led lap 6, and let's see if he manages to lead lap 7, because Mark Elder probably has other ideas now at Rivazza for the 7th time, and this will be the midpoint of the race, and Mark Elder recovering very quickly indeed. I think Roger is still going to go and lead this lap, but for how much longer can he keep championship leader Mark Elder behind him is the key question. Lap 7 is complete as they now start lap 8 into Tamborello. They go, and Mark Elder is going to do the classic move. Look at this. This is what Darren Head was trying to do to Brian Stewart, but this time round they all leave space to one another, and Mark Elder is slightly ahead, and he's going to do it. And Roger Seidel loses it. And what disappointment for the Swiss driver that was doing such a good job. I think he's going to be able to keep 2nd place. No, it is Phil that goes into 2nd place, but now exactly at the midpoint of the race, Mark Elder is back into the lead as we see Rob Oldham in 9 spots behind David Good in 8 spots. Now Dan Head has lost another position, he's now in 12th place, and that's an absolute disaster for the Englishman that is battling hard for the championship lead. We are still with 7 laps to go at this point, so a lot can still happen, and it usually does. This is Rob Oldham behind David Good, as we pointed out. Oh, that is about me. Oh, contact, and a very ambitious move there by Rob Oldham into the Aqua Minerale, as Darren Head is going to, well, he basically is going to overtake pretty much everyone. Is he? Oh, not really, no. Oh, he gets into the wall again and loses a position, but also gains same positions. I think net he's going to be more or less where he started. As, oh, look at that. That was Brian Stewart making a huge mistake there to Rivazza, as they are about to complete another lap, and Mark Elder is now 1.8 seconds ahead of Phil, and this could be absolutely crucial for the championship. Look at this drafting effect of this car in this track. That is Jürgen Smets on Brian Stewart, battle for 4th place, as they are now in the second half of this race. And now this is a good move by Jürgen Smets. Is he going to have the space to complete it? I don't think so, as Brian goes into a more defensive line there, as he is absolutely entitled to do in this particular occasion. And behind this, we have the BFFs, Wayne Lewis and Fred Backer. Remember that Fred went off at Aqua Minerale on his own. And oh, look at that. This is absolutely extraordinary. It was Jürgen Smith losing it, but thankfully the barriers are there to keep them on the track, as they are designed to do in this case. And pretty much everyone here is very good friends with the barrier there, as these drivers are really close to one another. Brian Stewart losing all sorts of positions, now lost 2 positions, he's into 6th place and under increasing pressure from Wayne Lewis, and now there's going to be contact, and Brian Stewart is going to be overtaken by pretty much everyone. But now he's trying to resist, and he spins. Did he spin? No, he didn't. Oh, he definitely lost time and lost a lot of positions, now into 7th place. Look at these BFFs, Jürgen Smets, Fred Backer and Wayne Lewis. They've been together since that incident at Aqua Mineral, and now they are behind Jürgen Smets in 4th place. This is an absolutely classic battle here at Imola with this car. Absolute huge drafting effect, a lot of flat out action throughout this track. And that is a good move there by, did he outbrake himself? Yes, he did outbrake himself. That was almost too good to be true. Fred Backer looked like he had made a great overtake, but then didn't really brake on time, and ended up spinning and losing a lot of time. This is BBR best behavior. He has been involved in an opening lap incident, and now he is trying to recover. He's recovered quite nicely to 9th, well, make it 8th place, because he's just overtaken Jorge Luna, and that was a great recovery by BBR best behavior, as he gains a few places with the mistakes of others. And Rob Oldham has stopped, I believe. Rob Oldham is in pit lane, and that's not a good idea when we have a sprint race. So sort of a problem. So we now only have 14 cars on track. And look at this contact. Oh, contact between David Good and Jorge Luna, and they can't touch and they lose a lot of time. And this is a classic tango here at Rivazza. Now they're frantically trying to press the reset button, only to find out that it doesn't work. Fred Backer continues to work on Brian Stewart, and where is Wayne Lewis? Wayne Lewis is already ahead of Brian. So all sorts of extraordinary action here at Imola in this race. We are in the second half, and look at this Fred Backer now on the outside, which is going to become the inside for Tosa, and I believe that, Brian again on the defensive line there. But this time round, does Fred Backer go through? No, he does not, and someone else is off there. Someone else is off there, and I couldn't quite. It was Wayne Lewis. Wayne Lewis went down into 8th place. Brian Stewart up to 5th, and Fred Backer is up to 6th. And look at this BBR best behavior. He's again in the battle for the front running spots. In the 7th spot, Darren Head continues to recover. He was 11th the last time we checked, now he's 9th. And he's gaining a lot of ground on Wayne Lewis. Wayne had a bit of an off there, we couldn't quite see what it was, but it seems to be self-inflicted, and Darren Head absolutely has to overtake him on the track now, and he's trying to do so at Rivasa now. He's going for it, but Wayne has none of it and shuts the door on there, and this is the battle for 8th spot. They're almost losing it there through the second part of Rivasa, as they are already on lap 12, so not a lot of time to go in this race. Look at this, BBR Best Behavior is trying to go around Wayne Lewis, and they're going to go side by side into Tamborello, and it seems to me that BBR Best Behavior is ahead, Brian Stewart ahead of both the drivers here, as BBR Best Behavior goes into 6th place, and that's absolutely brilliant. Oh, and Brian Stewart is going to spin. Oh, and BBR Best Behavior also is going to spin. And Fred Bakker is the only driver that did not spin. Let's look at this from Darren Head's perspective, as he is about to see a lot of spinning cars. There is BBR Best Behavior, there is Brian Stewart, and oh, absolutely brilliant. Now he's went through Fred Bakker and Brian at the same time, so Darren Head up to 6th and now loses it. Oh, and so does Wayne Lewis. Absolutely extraordinary scenes here from Imola. David Good is in 11th. Now let's see, where is Mark Elder? What is the gap? The gap is absolutely ginormous, isn't it? Yes, 7 seconds. So absolutely, and now Mark Elder on his penultimate. Look at this, the barriers again being the best friends of the drivers, keeping those two drivers on track. In this case, it was Cordeluna and David Good, both benefiting from the lack of damage in the simulation, and also from the proximity of the barriers to the track, and you can almost use them as part of the track. And look at this now, David Good on the outside at Rivasa. If he can avoid outbraking himself, which he does, he's going to go up a position. Brian Stewart, he's had an eventful race. Now he's down into 8th place after that latest incident at Tosa, but he's not stopping the battle, as he is going to overtake Wayne Lewis. Wayne sees that he's coming, gives him space, and I think Brian is going to go for it. Brian Stewart is up into 7th. Mark Elder is almost at the beginning of his last lap, and there to be a very welcome return to victory lane for the championship leader after a series of errors in recent races. Look at this, Brian Stewart now loses it, and here comes Wayne Lewis, and Wayne Lewis is now up into 7th as we get into the closing stages of this race. And Mark Elder is going to start his last lap of the race. Not much left, and he has been absolutely supreme. Pole position, then got affected by that opening lap incident, but recovered very nicely, and most important of all, he hasn't committed any additional errors, and that is the drive of a champion, as he is now in the lead of this race, scoring maximum points. Phil is in 2nd place. Roger Zeidel prepares himself for his first podium in Old Folks Racing PC. 4th is Jürgen Smets, again an eventful race. 5th is Fred Bakker. 6th is Darren Head in damage limitation mode, but still quite a lot of points lost. 7th is Wayne Lewis. 8th is Brian Stewart. 9th is David Good. 10th is Jorge Luna. Let's have a look at the remaining positions. Willie Pye, we haven't seen him a lot, but he's in 11th place. Roughneck 1, we have lost a bit of touch with him as well, but he's in 12th. Simon Allen, after that massive spin at Tosa, never really recovered, and he's in 13th spot, and BBR Best Behavior completes the finishers at with the 14th spot. But we must be prepared for the checkered flag now, because Mark Elder surely is going to win this race. We are following Wayne Lewis, who is in 7th. But where is Mark Elder? Because the checkered flag must be ready for him here. No, this is Brian Stewart. I'm sorry, Brian in 8th spot. But Mark Elder is not yet on his last lap. Actually, he is on the 13th lap. This is entirely my bad, so Mark Elder still has to complete one more lap after this to win this race. Roughneck 1 there in 12th spot. We have had a couple of retirements because I think BBR Best Behavior has joined Rob Oldham in the list of retirements because it's being scored as being 4 minutes behind, and that's quite difficult in a sprint race. So only 13 finishes. Look at this, Darren Head, very aggressive there through Toza. He's trying to put the pressure on Fred Backer, trying to get that fifth spot. We are now on the last lap of this race, and that is Mark Elder is going to absolutely win it, and this is going to be absolutely crucial for the championship as he comes to cross the line, and he wins round 9, race 1 here at Imola. Absolutely super performance. Second is going to be Phil, that's a very good performance as well. Third is going to be Roger Zeidel, and that's going to be a very good podium for the Swiss driver. Indeed, fourth is going to be Jürgen Smets. Oh, look at this, someone it is Jürgen Smets. Jürgen Smets has messed up on the last lap, and this is what happened at Rivazza. Is it on his own? It is absolutely self-inflicted by Jürgen Smets. Now, can he press the reset button? He can't. He pressed it, but there goes Fred Backer into fourth. There goes Darren Head into fifth place. Sixth is going to be Jürgen. Seventh is going to be Wayne Lewis. Brian Stewart is going to be eighth. Ninth is going to be David Good. And Luna is going to complete the race in 10th spot, followed by Willie Pye. Simon Allen got a position in the end. Roughneck 1 in 13th spot, and that's the last of the finishers. What a race this has been. Round 9, we expected the battle for the championship to be tight, but Mark Elder has scored a very important victory. What will round 10 give us in Old Folks Racing PC as the remaining drivers complete the race? We say goodbye and see you soon for the next round of Old Folks Racing PC. There is a confirmation of the result, and what a round it has been for Mark Elder, with Phil and Roger Zeidel joining him on the podium. Thank you very much, and see you soon.